ask you about your own personal carbon footprint. What have you done in your own life to reduce your own impact, whether it's you're running the corporate jets on French fry grease or whatever it is? Chip Bergh?
First of all, no corporate jets, so we can start there.
Okay.
I've learned a lot in the 18 months that I've been in this job, and probably some of the biggest impacts have been the things that I've been doing to manage my own wardrobe and my own apparel choices, if you will. So I mentioned, I'm not washing my jeans nearly the way that I used to. I'm much more conscious about what I'm doing with my jeans if I decide to remove them from my closet and they go somewhere else. So I'm donating my jeans either to Goodwill or to one of the charities that comes around the neighborhood periodically. So I'm much more conscious there. The other thing is I am now walking as much as I possibly can. So I don't walk to work yet. But I have been keeping track of how far I walk now every day.
You got one of those little meters that measures your steps? Ah, okay.
Nike Fuel Band.
Nike Fuel Band, okay.
And it keeps track of my steps. So, so I've been, really trying to be much more conscientious about those kind of things. But the biggest thing has been something near and dear to my heart, which is trying to live what we're trying to engage consumers in a two-way dialogue around the life cycle of the product that's sitting in your closet and how to have less of an impact on the planet as you maintain your closet.
And we're talking about clothing here, and most people, if you ask carbon experts, clothing wouldn't come up in the top, the carbon impacts. Mm-hmm. It's sort of what you eat, what you drive, and clothing is part of that.
Well, the other thing, you and I were talking, I'm a vegan, and I try to buy locally grown produce, largely at farmers markets, to support the local community here.
Yeah, and meat is the biggest impact a lot of people have. Rick Ridgeway, how about your personal carbon footprint?
First I'll deflect the question just for a second to say that Yvon, my buddy.
Yvon Chouinard, the owner and founder of Patagonia.
Yeah, he likes to tell people that he may have this really green company that's doing a lot of change, but when it comes to your personal carbon footprint, driven in his case by travel, he's still going straight to hell. And I'm probably in the same category. And travel's the big one. Yeah. We still have to do so much of it to affect the changes that we're trying to make. And what a dilemma that is. As much as we try to have, use technology for conference calls and all that, you still got to be there to read body language, to do the little, interpersonal stuff that gets the results that you need as you're trying to lower the footprint of business on the planet. So, what a conundrum that is. Personally, I'm trying to decrease my own consumption. I'm wearing my pants longer like you are, and my wife so far, yeah, she hasn't pushed back too much. I may be kind of pushing the limit on that a little bit. And I'm also trying to get our family and me to just use less stuff, to buy less stuff. I really think that is one of the biggest opportunities we have for personally lowering our footprints.
Are you both hopeful we're going to make it? Going to get it done?
Well, on that topic, my friend David Quammen, do you guys know David? He's a writer that writes on environmental issues. As you look at all these challenges that we're facing, it's really easy to get into a funk. And it's really easy to get pessimistic. And I guess if I really think about it enough, I do kind of get pessimistic, and I think, can we really figure this out? But as David said, the trouble with despair as a response is that not only does it offer no solutions and is it useless, but it also isn't any fun. So let's be optimistic. Let's commit to collaboration. Let's work together to find these solutions, and let's just cross our fingers we pull it off.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that the status quo is the worst place to live, right? So, and that there are only two ways to go. You either get better or you get worse, and that's in anything. It's in your own personal life, it's in your relationships, it's in your job, it's whatever. And so I believe that things are getting better. Will we ever get to the end state? I don't think there is an end state here. I think this is about constantly continuing to set a higher bar and challenging ourselves as a company and ourselves as an industry to continue to tackle the toughest problems and to continue to make progress against them. And I think we are making progress.